Hey everyone, it's me, Sarah from Nearly Milk, and I would like to talk about another book with you. I returned the book to the library before filming this, so I had to print a picture off of the cover because I'm ghetto like that, and instead of just putting it really sophisticated in the video with editing skills that I don't have, I'm going to hold it awkwardly up and hope that you can read it. Like that? No? Yeah. It says Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Ready Player One takes place about 30 years in the future, around 2045 to 2050, and it takes place in a dystopian setting. The world has basically been destroyed by the overutilization of resources, and there's a lot of unrest, there's a lot of poverty, there's a lot of violence, and so the world is just not really a very pleasant place to live in, which is perfect because the setting of the book really mostly takes place in virtual reality. The virtual reality in Ready Player One is called Oasis, and it was developed and created by a computer programmer named James Halliday. Just like in the books that I reviewed for you previously, the catalyst for the action in the book happens when someone dies, and it just happens to be a computer programmer again who sort of wants to play a game with the world. So, James Halliday passes away. He invites the world to play one last game with him, and what's at stake is an Easter egg hidden somewhere in Oasis that holds the keys to James Halliday's estate worth billions and the company that controls and distributes Oasis. So you basically get to go be him. The virtual reality Oasis has actually taken over a large part of the world. And what I mean by that is that wars are fought on the Oasis. Instead of using people as human meat shields for bullets, you use crazy leveled up avatars with rare artifacts. Business transactions take place on Oasis. Kids even go to public school on planets that were created specifically for that purpose in Oasis. A lot of people actually do all their shopping and do a lot of their entertainment through the virtual reality. The virtual reality Oasis is accessed through a console like an Xbox or a PS3. Your controller, I guess, is basically these gloves that you put on your hands and a rig that you put over your face. People with more advanced rigs have a total body suit, like a wetsuit. It clings to their skin and has all these like nodes and things that can deliver impulses so that you can sense tactile sensations as they occur in the virtual reality. The search for the Easter egg takes place over multiple years, and that's because the Easter egg is hidden, I guess, or protected by a series of 3 gates. To enter the gates, you first must find the key, of course. So first you have to find a hidden key, then you have to find a hidden gate, then you have to fight the boss in the gate or complete the task in the gate, then you find a second key, so on and so forth until the last gate. So it takes a really long time for people to find these things, in part because in the Oasis universe is huge. But the other factor making it very hard to find the key is that the keys and the gates are hidden within very obscure 80s pop culture references. And because of that, it makes the book like a nostalgia trip. Anybody who has ever interacted with any 80s media will find something to relate to on a page in this book. I'm going to name off just a few of just the movies and shows that were mentioned that I recognize. There were many more than this list. Ready? 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Some Kind of Wonderful, War Games, Legend, WizKids, Robotech, Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Lady Hawk, Tron, Heathers, Mobile Suit Gundam, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. Even the avatars in the game might be equipped with like a lightsaber, okay? Or they might be riding on Yoshi, or they might be piloting the Death Star or something like that. If you think about Super Smash Brothers, right, like a mashup of all your favorite characters, it's just that like on a huge, much more massive scale, which makes the book really exciting and fun. Anyways, so one last thing. This book is going to be turned into a movie. Yes! And guess who's directing it? Steven Spielberg, which is so weird because a lot of his movies are referenced in the book, like The Goonies, Indiana Jones, E.T. So he's going to be directing this movie, and I'm really excited about it because I get to see with these own eyes all the fun character, video game, sci-fi, movie, TV, character reference mashup that happens in this book on the big screen. I get to see virtual reality playing out on the big screen. It's going to be the best. I'm also kind of interested to see if this would be some of the ways that we could preview some of the technology for virtual reality. As I understand it, Google has been investing in a lot of startup companies that are interested in virtual reality, or maybe we'll see some like virtual reality rigs that might actually end up in our own homes one day. The one challenge that I think creating the movie is going to have is copyright issues. Like I said, there's a lot of different pop culture references. So I'm asking you copyright holders right now, don't be dicks. Just let it happen. Oh, and Obama, get on this virtual reality war stuff. Let's do it. No more drones. Less drones, more Avatar war. Yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed this. And also tell me what you think about whether or not virtual reality can actually be a force for good in protecting our world. Bye!